Guys, I'm back. I had to take some time off from making videos because my mom had surgery last month, and today I'm taking care of a dog who had surgery yesterday. But while he's resting, I figured I'd get back on track and share my dividend income from last month because even while I was helping take care of my mom and working, my dividends continue to roll in. How much did you guys earn in dividend income last month? Was it your best month ever? Well, it wasn't my best month ever, but it was an adventure for sure, as we all continue to ride the roller coaster of life and investing. I started the big safe dividend portfolio build. I sold out of a couple of positions that were just no longer bringing joy to me, and I was even called a shill for sharing some statistics on Jeppy last October. But to each their own, because today I'm going to share with y'all how much and who paid me dividends while I was helping out my mom. And while I'm at it, I'll share a quick snapshot of each of the companies because it's always a good idea to be watching our investments in a little bit more detail. So let's start with TD Bank. I currently own 47.5 shares and received $34.48 in dividend income. Year to date, TD Bank is actually up in share price by 1% and trades at a PE of 11.06. With 8 years of dividend growth and a 5-year dividend growth rate of 6.91%, TD Bank has a payout ratio of 43.33%, a dividend yield of 4.31%, and a 10-year total return of 125.67%. Next up is Medtronic, which is one of the companies that I recently sold out of, and that was just about 10 shares. I received $7.03 in dividend income, bringing my running total up to $41.05. Year to date, Medtronic is actually up in share price by 8.25%. And trades at a PE of 16.78. With 9 years of dividend growth and a 5-year dividend growth rate of 7.75%, Medtronic has a payout ratio of 51.32% and a dividend yield of 3.26%, and a 10-year total return of 39.3%. Next, let's talk about Realty Income, and the ticker symbol is O. I currently own 109.6 shares and received $27.65 in dividend income, bringing my running total up to $69.16. Year to date, Realty Income is down in share price by 5.78%, with a price to funds from operation of 14.56. With a dividend history that dates all the way back to October of 1994, you can see here that Realty Income has continued to grow their dividend year over year, and this is a monthly payer, you guys, so we get to reap the rewards month over month. The dividend yield is 5.1% and the payout ratio is 73.62%. Looking at the 10-year total return for Realty Income, we see it's at 141.79%. Next up is Altria Group, and the ticker symbol is MO. I currently own 144.68 shares and received $132.75 in dividend income, bringing my running total up to $201.91. Year to date, you can see that Altria Group is down in share price by 3.08% and trades at a PE of 8.84. With 53 years of dividend growth and a 5-year dividend growth rate of 6.69%, the dividend yield for Altria Group is pretty significant at 8.52%, with a payout ratio of 75.96%. And looking at their total return in the last 10 years, you can see they're at 130.87%. Next up is Main Street Capital, and I currently own 105.6 shares of this monthly pair and received $45.20 in dividend income, which is super exciting because it means that I picked up one more full share this month, bringing my running total up to $247.11. Year to date, you can see that Main Street Capital is actually up in share price by 15.9% and trades at a PE of 10.33. With 2 years of dividend growth and a 5-year dividend growth rate of 3.37%, they've got a dividend yield of 6.52% and a payout ratio of 68.25%. And looking at the total return in the last 10 years, this is probably the best one of the day at 235.7%. And the very first dividend I received last month was from Jeppy, the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. And it was sharing some stats about Jeppy last year in a short that I did is what got me called a shill, and it kind of hurt my heart a bit. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say there's all kinds of investments and all kinds of investors, and you need to decide what works for you based on your own strategy, your time horizon, and your risk tolerance. I currently own 60.4 shares of Jeppy and received $21.61 in dividend income, bringing my total for the month up to $268.72. You can see here that year-to-date Jeppy is actually up in share price by 2.11%. Another monthly payer, JEPI is an ETF, and with that comes an expense ratio of 0.35%. The first dividend issued from JEPI was back in June of 2020, and you can see that because of the nature of this ETF, the amount received every month changes. So you just gotta kind of go on this roller coaster ride that is JEPI if you are so inclined to make an investment in this particular ETF. And in looking at the total return for JEPI in the last 3 years, because that's all we've got, is 37.29%. Now, I'm still working towards my goal of $4,444 in annual dividend income, so let's see how far I've made it and pop on over to my dividend dashboard, where you'll see I'm presently projected at $3,658.43 in annual dividend income. And right now, my portfolio has a total value of $80,940.09. Now, we all know that as dividend investors, there are certain months of the quarter that pay us a little bit better. More companies tend to pay out for me in month 3 of the cycle. So for me, that's March, June, September, and December. So July is a smaller month for me. But if I look at it on a quarterly basis, you can see that quarter over quarter, the amount of dividend income is continuing to grow. So I move from 535 to 690 to 842 to 947 in quarter 2 of this year, and I'm really hoping for a strong quarter 3 so I can continue to work towards my goal. However, I do think I slowed my own roll a little bit with the addition of the Big Safe Dividend M1 portfolio slice, as the majority of those 18 holdings have a much lower yield overall. I'm going to make an update video on that so I can share how that BSD slice is doing soon, so you can all see how that crazy experiment is shaping up for me. But until then, go and take a peek at this video next. I missed you guys.